Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Thydee. I am a fashion designer. Yeah, if you are yet to subscribe, please and please and please and please ensure you do, and don't forget to click that notification bell down there so that if there's any updates on this channel, you will be the first to be notified. Okay, in this video today I will be showing you how to draft a pattern for a bra top. Yeah, can you see it? Under a bra top empire foundation. Now this means contouring above, below, and what in between the bust. If this is what you would like to learn, let's get started. This is my pattern, both front and back. Now I'll be working on the front pattern first while I keep this. Okay, now this line is my chest line, this line is my bust line, and this is my under bust line, and this is my waist line. On this same line, the bust line, from the line I will come down by 3/8 of an inch, and from the same line I will go up by 3/8 of an inch. And I'm going to connect this point to the nipple point and this to the nipple point to form a dart. Next, from the side front, I will come in by 1/2 of an inch, and from the chest line on the side front I will come down by 1/2 of an inch. This 1/2 of an inch is the ease allowance that I added to the pattern initially, and this pattern I don't need any ease, so I need to remove it, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay, then removing it means closing the dart, and of course you can't remove the 1/2 of an inch without closing the dart, because I need to use my ruler to connect this 1/2 of an inch on the chest line to the waist line. Okay, so you can see if I don't close the dart, it won't be easy for me to remove. Now from the nipple point upward, I am going to measure my bust radius. Okay, so which is 4 inches from the nipple point. Now with my scissors, I'm going to trim out the ease that I marked out, the 1/2 an inch. Okay, now I can open up my darts. Okay, so you can see how it looks now. Don't forget that I came down by 1/2 of an inch on the same side front. Now from here to the under bust is from the nipple point upward to the mark. That's my bust radius. Okay, now on either side of this line I'm going to be measuring 1/2 of an inch, so I need to remove a dart also on this part. So now I'm going to be connecting these 2 points to the nipple point, and this is also like a corset. Okay, you can also make your corset like this, your cup. So I'm going to be carving out my cup from this same pattern. Okay, from the outer dart leg on the under bust, of course, I'm going to come out by 3/8 of an inch. And this point I'm going to connect back to the waistline. Now I will connect to the nipple point. Okay, you can see what I have. Now here I'm going to draw a line, a curved line. Okay, so but before I do that, from this half of an inch mark or point on the side front, I am trying to measure what I have to the dart leg. Okay, the first dart leg. So, and I think I have 1.25, so I'm transferring to the down part. Okay, but please, this is optional. You can go down as much as you want, maybe to the under bust or before, probably an inch, before the under bust line. So this is totally optional. For a bra top, you need to come down, even come down more than what I came down with. So please, you can, try to be flexible a bit with your pattern so that you can at least be more creative with it. Okay, now from the dart leg upward and downward, I'll be measuring half of an inch, and you can see what I marked. Okay, so my line is going to start from there, and from this point I'm going up again by half of an inch. Usually my bust radius is 4, so I am going up by 4.5. So I'm just going to extend the line upward and extend this upward as well. So this is what I have. You can see from this point to this point to this point. You can use your free hand. It's not compulsory you have to use a curve. You can just use your free hand if you don't have this. Now I'm blending it. Now note that when you are cutting a pattern that has a dart on it, you need to fold in the dart, reblend before you cut. Okay, so normally I am supposed to do this here, but I was a bit distracted, so I couldn't do it. I actually forgot to do it. But please, you need to fold in the dart in order to, be able to reblend before you cut. This is so important. So like you can see, you can do it this way, or you do it in form of a corset. So instead of extending the line to the side front, you can just stop at maybe 1.5 inches in from the side front and connect your curve accordingly. You can do that. So this is totally about your choice. Okay, so this is what I have. Can you see it? Now on the back pattern, the back is so simple, so easy. What I did here on the side front, I'm going to repeat on the side back, coming in by half of an inch, going down by half of an inch, you can see that. So from my chest line, I'll come down by 3 inches, 4 inches. This depends on how low you want your back to be, the center back. It depends on how low you want it to be. So this is totally optional. This is about your choice, about what you want. Okay. So I need to come down by half of an inch and connect accordingly. So it is either you use your straight line or probably a bit curve it a bit like you're seeing. Now on both sides of the dart, the middle dart, you need to come down by, go out I mean by 3/8 of an inch. So once you come down by 3/8, okay, on the dart, the outer dart leg, come out I mean by 3/8 of an inch on both sides, okay, and connect back to the dart leg on the waist. Can you see how what I did here? Then you can now cut. So you know I told you initially that you need to fold in before you cut, and you can also create another panel. You can create another panel to have, instead of having 2 panels, you can have like 3 panels. So this is actually your choice. This can serve as a yoke for you if you want a yoke, and you can also make it or wear it like this after sewing it. This depends on you. So the yoke can be a lace, it can be a skin net, it can be any fabric of your choice. Now you need to label your patterns, because by the time you cut on fabric, all the pieces will look the same. So it could be confusing. So in order to avoid that, you need to label top, down, center, back, like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is so important. And most especially the front pattern needs needs to be labeled. You just have to, even if you don't label the back, the front has to be well labeled, because you go choke small by the time everything just looks scattered. You don't even know which one is center, whatever, you know. So this is so important. And the beauty of this pattern is that the cup you get out of it is really nice. It cups well, covers well. You know, I was saying that I was supposed to fold it that before cutting. Can you see? So please, when you are doing yours, don't cut anything from this the upper part of the pattern. Okay, please don't cut yet until you fold. So it was here, I remember I was supposed to have folded before cutting. So please remember to do yours, blend and cut. So now I'm done cutting. Can you see? So I'm trying to match up. This is the top part of it. You can see what I was saying is not really matching up properly at the top. So I need to put paper and redraw that line to blend it so that I can have, you know, a smooth curve line around there. This is what I would have avoided if I had done the right thing. So please ensure you always do the right thing. So can you see what I have? So I can now bring this together and tape down. So I am done taping. You can see the outcome. So you can arrange this to have a full bodice. Okay, maybe with the yoke. If you want to use separate fabrics, fine. This is what I have. Okay, so now my emphasis is on the cup part. So now I will be adding 1/4 of an inch to the top and the down. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, to the first one it's down, and to the down part is the top I'm going to add to it. So because I'm going to be joining the two together and I need it to cup well, so that's why you need about 1/4 of an inch to, at least you need an extension, so that by the time you join it will hold the bust properly. It will, you know, cover it up very well. So now I'm going to be trimming out Can you see what I have? Beautiful, right? So I'm going to be joining these two together. Now this is my foam. This is the foam I have. It's I think they call it bra foam or something. It actually feels like the foam you have in your normal bra. Okay, so it's in the market, you can get it. Now I'm going to be cutting out, so I'll be, you know, just measuring on 1 cup. Okay, for practical purpose. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm adding seam allowance all round. Okay, so that's what you're going to do as well, because you are going to you are going to be joining probably to fabric or to whatever. Okay, so, and you can also just sew it alone and add your strap to it. You can do that. You can see, so I have the two up and down, so I'm going to be joining with my pins. Can you see my pins? So I'm not sewing. Normally if you want to sew, you will sew with a zigzag stitch. Okay, don't do the normal straight sewing, it's with a zigzag stitch. Okay, now I am done. You can see what I have. You can see how lovely it looks just with pins. You can now imagine if it were to be, can you see? If it were to be normal zigzag stitch, of course it will flatten it a bit. Okay, this is what I have. Can you see how lovely it is? So this is the outcome. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.